long bin is where we process through to go on leave, you know.
Yep. I was at
And
Tin.
here's one that nobody knows when I say it, LZ Dolly. The second largest mountain close to the Black Virgin Mountain that had the tunnels through it and shit.
Nui Ba Din. We were at the base of it.
Huh?
We were at the base of it and on top.
We were on top of LZ Dolly, not the Black Virgin Mountain, but LZ Dolly. And it was outside of Tainan or somewhere down in there.
Yeah. What was the name of the mountain?
Nui Ba Din.
Nui Ba Din.
Black Virgin Mountain.
Oh.
That's what
it's Black Virgin Mountain. Yeah. That was the big boy.
Yeah.
But anyhow,
right out of the rice paddy up 2,900 feet.
We would party on this mountain. We'd get a hold of some whiskey and we'd party because we knew nobody could climb that solid rock wall on the backside of LZ Dolly.
Yeah.
No human could do that. I had a neck injury. I fell out of a helicopter on my head. That's another story. I don't want to get into that shit. But anyhow, we felt safe drinking our whiskey and relaxing for a 5-day break. Because sometimes you got a 5-day break, they mini-cabbed you out behind a company and dropped you out to squeeze the enemy that's following them.
Yeah.
So anyhow, I quit carrying the machine gun because my neck was hurting like hell, and I grabbed the RTO, the radio. And so I gave that radio to a black boy to carry for me while I went to the rear to make them look at my neck or give me some medicine. They gave me some Darvon and sent me back out.
Exactly.
But while I was gone, they clumbed that wall. They put rubber bands around the trip flares and cut through the concertina wire, 3 Vietnamese. And the rule of thumb is, when the enemy is inside the compound, everybody from the United States lay down on the ground and shoot everybody that's standing up. That's the only way you can find out where the people are that overrun you. And he laid down on a rock platform, and they shot him right through the radio, right through his back. And 2 weeks after I left the spot, somebody died right there where I stood or laid, you know?
Yeah.
I just kept going on and on and on. And, you know, I don't know whether you know about the time-delayed fuse rockets.
Oh, yeah.
They would put the fuse in a bean can on the hill next to you or wherever with just enough water in there, and when the water evaporated, it set the fuse off, and that big old rocket came in and came down through 11 layers of PCP, corrugated metal, and 11 layers of sandbags, and after it come down through that with the time delayed, it went in the ground about 6 or 7 foot and then blowed up. Well, that blowed up the bunker that I slept in 2 weeks ago. So they said, would you like to extend for 2 months and get out of the service and not spend your last 6 months in Texas? I said, I'd love to spend 6 months in Texas. Get out. Would you like to take a ship ride for 35 days? No, put me on the airplane. I'll take one more chance. Get me home. I got to quit. I go forever.
But where that was a 240 mortar that hit that bunker. It wasn't a rocket. Or was it on top?
It was some kind of mortar with that fuse, but the water evaporated and ignited the fuse, and they would be gone. We'd set patrols out and not find a sign of nobody. They just...
Yeah. We captured the 240 millimeter mortar that destroyed one of your command bunkers, and that's what it sounds like. So, but it was at Nui Ba Din.
That compound where I had my neck checked was full of colonels and majors and people they wanted to blow up with them kind of mortars. But those were mortars.
It was a mortar.
They was a rocket.
I remember that one because you were there at the same time I was. Yeah. That was a mortar, and the first cav, they waited until all of your units, when they had a compound, when they all came together, the generals, the colonels, and the majors, and the captains, they waited until they got there, and they blew that sucker up. I remember that. We had to go over and check that, by the way, because First Cav moved into an area that was left by, I think, I can't remember the unit that left there, but they moved right into the same area. They had it already stepped out, so they knew where to hit it. So,
see, First Cav, when I told you before, every 30 days they were supposed to bring us in for a 5-day rest. And we'd get mini cav behind other companies. And so anyhow, Saigon was off limits to the First Cav, therefore, because we might go 2-3 months without a break. And when we went downtown, we raised hell because we think we're going to die tomorrow.
Exactly.
Well, they kicked us out. They wouldn't allow First Cav in Saigon. So what you did, you rip your patch off your uniform and hitchhike. You could hitchhike anywhere over there. And hitchhike down. They'd give you a ride. But the hotel I stayed in got the roof blowed off of it later after I came home to the United States, you know. That was the only hotel in Saigon.
Yeah.
And they took that over. There's a lot of shit happened after 1970 when I thought it was over with.
Yeah.
But I wasn't paying attention to TV or nothing. And clear up to 1976, they're over in Cambodia and stuff I didn't even know. Yeah. Didn't realize at all. But I went on leave, and the MPs came around the corner. Curfew was 11 o'clock down there in Saigon.
Yeah.
And this time I was past curfew. And I was going on leave, and I'd already processed Ben Wall and going to Long Ben or vice versa. And had to get my final papers. And I'm 11 o'clock, and curfew's over, and there's a brick road in Saigon, Main Street. And here come this little Vietnamese on a Honda 90. And he said, gee, I want to ride. And I said, yeah, I need to get the hell off the street. In fact, gee, I want to stay all night with my sister. Yes, take me there now. Let's go. And I jumped on the back of that little Honda 90, and it had been raining a little bit, and the bricks were wet and slick. And I just got on it, and he just took off. And I seen a car pull around the corner, and it was curfew, and right behind it was the MP Jeep with 3 MPs in it. And I just told him to get on it, and man, he opened her up wide open. And I seen that MP come out with the 45 and drop it, and said halt. And we weren't a block away yet, and I just jumped off the back of that Honda 90 in the water puddle and sat there, and the MPs come down and got me. When I jumped off the back of that Honda 90, it just whiplashed him and beat him half to death like that going down that brick road. Two MPs picked me up to take me in, and the other MP looks over to him and says, you want to go get that kid? He said, no, I think he's had enough already. I can still see him, just fucking left, right. So they take me in, take my boot laces out, and strip me down, and I'm clean, you know. And
yep.
What are you doing down here? And I don't think I ever told them I was First Cav. I said, well, I'm on my way to leave, and I just wanted to stop down for a drink. And I'm supposed to be leaving tomorrow from Benwell, Long Ben. And they took me to the wrong place, the place I'd already been to, so I had to hitchhike to the right place. I got two of them mixed up and get the heck out of there. They said, oh, you're going on leave. Well, we'll help you out. We'll take you where you're going. Wow, I don't get an Article 15 even. I'm in a lucky day, you know. But yeah, a risk you take going to Saigon, you know.
I was only in Saigon once.
Huh?
I was only there once. So they didn't let us go down there either. I didn't want to go. And
was you First Cav?
No, I was 25th. So I was the 25th. They're the 22nd.
Well, I don't know. I just felt brave, and we didn't get to spend our 5-day breaks like we're supposed to. So whenever we got a chance for freedom, we went for it, man. I didn't have no fear.
They never let us come in. We were always in the field.
I'll come around and shake your hand for your service.
Well, I wondered.
I got to go for breakfast. I'm getting hungry.
Breakfast. Thank you for your
Hang
service.
in there. I hope you live forever.
No, I'll live till I'm 90.
I did. I almost lost my life 5 years ago, and I've been well for 4 or 5 years now, and I'm very thankful.
Owen and I go out. We that's normal for us.
I still got a half a lung on this side and a whole lung on this side.
See?
And my arteries patched up and a couple of stents in front of my heart for free.
Yeah.
They don't get no better than that.
Well, they owe it. It's all Agent Orange related.
You
Yeah.
gotta keep living, man.
I've only had 3 surgeries.
Do this and believe. And my word to you right now, and you've already had the surgeries, you know what I'm going to say. If you want to live, if you want the possibility of living, think positive and believe, and don't ever say the word maybe.
Maybe.
That's negative.
I never heard it.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
See you guys.
Yeah.
Hey,
Have a good one.
see you later, boss.
Okay.
Haven't got much to